Is Labour's new migration plan a threat or an opportunity for migrants? As we all know, the UK is drawing much closer to its election, which is due this July next month. The parties have all come up with their policies, which will be implemented if they win the election. We have all seen what the Conservative Party has done since being on power. I mean, Rishi Sunak and the team. The new rules and regulations that targeted migrants and eventually brought down net migration. Labour on the opposition has come up with their policies which they believe are the best for Britain, and of course will be implemented once they win the election. We are going to look at some of the policies by Labour which aim at influencing net migration to UK. What it means for us as migrants. Will it make it harder to live and stay here in the UK? Or could it open up new opportunities? If this video interests you, do not go anywhere. I will be right back. Hi, my name is Fatima Ali. If you are visiting my page for the first time, please consider subscribing, like this video, share, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. To my returning subscribers, you mean so much to me. Thank you for always coming back. Please do like the video, share, and comment as you always do. This article was published by BBC on the 2nd June 2024. Very current. Here's a breakdown of the key points that might interest you as migrants. I'm not going to share my screen as usual, okay? I have summarized some of the points that aim at influencing net migration in the UK. In other words, that affect migrants and potential migrants to the UK. The first thing Labour plan to do is reducing the need for overseas workers by improving training for British workers. This aims to fill job vacancies in sectors like the IT, construction, engineering, social care, and healthcare with local talent. This will now make employers to focus more on employing local talent because they now got the skills, they are well trained, and they can of course function in the job vacancies. Labour also says that if it wins the election, it will pass a new law requiring government departments to create skills improvement plans for sectors with high migration demands. However, Labour did not specify how this plan is going to be implemented. As we all know, most of the sectors, most of the companies have compulsory training in place that requires all workers to undertake training. Some people even do it every 6 months and some do it annually. Okay, so this is already in place and there's still a high demand for local talent. So this of course is not going to change anything. But then let's explore more to see some of the policies regarding migration. One of the things that Labour mentioned in their policies is that they are not setting a target for reducing net migration like the Conservatives did. You know, Rishi Sunak and the team, they had given a figure how much they want to reduce net migration by the time their tenure is ending. Labour is saying that they are not going to do that due to uncertainties. They believe that factors like the pandemic and wars like the Ukraine and Russia that led them into receiving refugees can affect their target if they put one in place. And with what happened to the Conservatives, they've seen that it's not a reliable thing to do. But they are saying that they will reduce net migration with some points that they have stated. While not setting a fixed target for reducing net migration can be seen as both positive and negative. On one hand, it allows them to tackle unforeseen circumstances like global crisis, like what I just mentioned. On the other hand, it's going to create uncertainties for migrants, especially those who are planning to relocate to the UK. As currently in place, the minimum salary requirement for skilled workers has been increased by nearly 50%. They also increased the salary requirement for skilled workers to bring in their dependents. Carers and senior carers are not able to bring their dependents anymore. This is what the Labour is saying. Labour supports these changes and acknowledges them. They will restrict access to work visas even further more. So they are not going to do anything, revise the rules and regulations, etc. They are not doing that. What they will rather do is making sure that they restrict people from accessing the skilled worker visa or any form of visa that will require people to live and stay in the UK as migrants. So they fully support current immigration plan, But it is fair to say that in as much as it's helping them to achieve and correct their migration crisis, it is really hard on migrants. That must be said, very hard on migrants. Another policy Labour rollout is extending the ban on hiring foreign workers for firms that breach employment law. For example, firms that navigate to still pay workers below the minimum salary requirement. So if the minimum salary requirement for some skilled worker visa is 38,700, which is really hard for some employers, okay, I believe that was just put in place to discourage employers from employing foreign workers and to divert their mind into focusing on local talent. That is one of the greatest reasons why they implemented this particular reform. Okay, so they are saying that those employers that still navigate, okay, to employ people below that minimum salary requirement, they are going to extend their ban. Okay, I believe there's still an existing restriction on employers that breach this particular reform. The Scottish National Party, SNP, argues that blaming migrants for problems is harmful and that both Conservative and Labour policies hurt Scotland's sectors like the healthcare and the economy. Now, the Scottish National Party is saying that they are barely acknowledging the adverse effects of these policies on Scotland's healthcare and their economy. I personally believe that as migrants, we feel critical roles, we feel critical gaps, we bring in diverse skills that help to boost the UK economy, fill in their job vacancies and enrich their economy. It is crucial that these policies acknowledges, appreciates and supports migrants' role in the country. Oftentimes when they're having discussion around migrants, it's like we are liabilities to the economy. We do not contribute anything to the economy, and it's really sad. There are many migrants who have come into the UK, studied some great courses, and due to visa limitations, due to visa issues, they end up in sectors that they never dreamt of. These same people have been able to adjust in these sectors. They've been able to invest their skills and talents in these sectors that they never even thought they would be working there. And I think the least when you're having your discussion about migration crisis is to acknowledge, to support the migrants. You will hardly see a British person in the UK who was going to study law, who was going to study accounting, who was going to study engineering in the care sector, for example. I'm just saying, when you're having migration crisis conversation, when you're trying to discourage migration, at least acknowledge migrants who are contributing to the economy. Acknowledge these migrants who are striving in the workplaces that are not their fault. This is it, guys. I thought to bring this to your notice. So with all said, is the Labour migration policy or plan a threat or an opportunity? What do you think about Labour's migration policy? Would it impact your decision to migrating into the UK or your experience as a migrant in the UK? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Again, my name is Fatma Ali. If you're new on my channel, please consider subscribing, like this video, leave your thoughts in the comment section and share it massively. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please like the video, share and comment. I'm going to see you in my next video. For now, bye.